Hello, welcome to CJC's Motivation. I have a question for you. What holds you back? What is that thing that is holding you back? Is it something that can be classified as mental obstacles, physical obstacles, emotional obstacles, or even perceived obstacles? Do you want to learn how to turn your obstacles upside down, to flip them upside down and win? Then you are welcome to this motivation. This obstacle, is it a disability, something physical, a disability or distance or money? Or is it something that is probably mental, like fear, uncertainty, inexperience, or prejudice? Or perhaps you think that people don't take you seriously. Or maybe you think that you are too old. Or maybe you lack the necessary support or enough resources that you need. Maybe it might even be the laws and the regulations in the country or in the land that restrict your options. Or probably the obligations that you have at the moment, they are too heavy, too much for you, and those things are preventing you from, doing what you're supposed to do. They are holding you back. Whatever it is, here you are, staring at your obstacles. They are very huge obstacles, you may say. Oh yes, I agree with you. No one is denying that you don't have obstacles or that obstacles don't exist. You see, this obstacle or challenge or whatever you call it, this frustrating, unfortunate, problematic, unexpected problem preventing you from doing what you want to do. I mean, that thing that you dread or secretly hope that they should never happen. Come to think of it, what if I tell you, or what if those things that you have been dreading, or those things that have been holding you back, what if it wasn't so bad? What if embedded inside it or inherent in those problems or obstacles were certain benefits? Benefits only for you. What will you do? Let me ask you, what do you think most people would do? Probably they will do what they have always done, and what you are doing right now. They do nothing. Let's be honest. Most of us are paralyzed when we face obstacles. Whatever our individual goals are, most of us sit frozen before many obstacles that lie ahead of us. We wish it weren't true. Unfortunately, it is true. You see, what blocks us is very clear. It could be systematic. Let's say, decaying institutions, rising unemployment, skyrocketing cost of education, technological disruptions, or it might be even individuals. Like you can say, oh, I'm too short, I'm too old, I'm too scared, I'm too poor, I'm too stressed. No access, I don't have access, I don't have backers, I don't have people who are backing me, no confidence. You see how skilled we are at cataloging what holds us back. We are good at it. We can name them non-stop what is holding us back. But look at what I have noticed. Every obstacle is unique to each of us, but the response they elicit are the same. the response we get are the same. We get fear, we get frustration, we get confusion, we get helplessness, we get depression, we get anger. You see, most of us are dissatisfied with our jobs, our relationships, our place in the world. We are trying to get to somewhere, but something stands in the way. I don't know if you have experienced that. If you haven't, you have a very perfect word. You are trying to get to somewhere, but something stands in your way. We all do experience that. What do? How do we react? Most of the time, we just do nothing. Sometimes we blame our bosses, the economy, our politicians, or even we blame other people. We write ourselves off as failures, or our goals, or we simply, we conclude that our goals are impossible. When really only one thing is at fault. Do you know that? It's only one thing that is at fault. Our attitude and approach is what is at fault. I tell you this, great individuals, like great companies, always find a way to transform weakness into strength. These great individuals, they took what should have held them back, what in fact might be holding you back right now or this second, and they used it to move forward. As it turns out, this is one thing all great men and women of history have in common. Just like what oxygen is to fire, obstacles become fuel for them, becomes a source of a pushing or launching pad for them. Obstacles become fuel for the blaze that was their problem. Obstacle, becomes a power to propel them forward. These are the things great men and women of history have in common. You see, nothing could stop them. They were and continue to be impossible to be discouraged or content. Every impediment on the way only served to make the inferno within them burn with great ferocity. They didn't want to push forward. Every challenge that comes their way will propel them to a greater actions, to a greater height. These were people who flipped their obstacles upside down, and I'm sure you can flip them as well, your obstacles upside down. Let's look at what this great man said in the year 170 at night in his tent on the front lines of war in Germania. Marcus Aurelius, I hope I got his name right, the emperor of the Roman Empire, sat down and he wrote this thing. Just listen. Our actions may be impeded, but there can be no impeding our intentions or dispositions, because we can accommodate and adapt. Listen to that. The mind adapts and converts it to its own purpose, the obstacle to our acting. And then he concluded with these powerful words. And he said it this way: the impediment to action advances action. Wow. What stands in the way becomes the way. Wow. What stands in the way becomes the way. In Marcus' words, is the secret to an art known as turning obstacles upside down to act with a reverse course. So there is always a way out of, or another route to get to where you need to go. I say it again, there is always a way out, or there is always another route to get to where you need to go. So that setbacks or problems are always expected are never permanent. Make certain that what impedes us can empower us if we allow it. You see, we have been rightful heirs to this tradition. It is our birthright. Whatever we face, we have a choice. Whatever we face, we have a choice. We will be blocked by obstacles if we allow it, or we will advance through them and over them. It is your choice. We might not be emperors, but the world we live in now, the system is always challenging us, constantly telling us, and it asks, are you worthy? Can you get past these things that inevitably fall in your way? Can you get past these obstacles? That is how the system is designed. And I'm asking you today, will you stand up and show what you are made of? You see, we have to learn. We must learn how to turn many negative situations we encounter in our lives into positive ones, or at least snatch what benefits we can get from them. We must learn to steal good fortune from misfortune. It is not just to say, how can I think this is not so bad? No. It is how to will ourselves to see that this must be good, an opportunity to gain a new foothold, move forward, or go in a better direction. Not just to be positive, but learn to ceaselessly be creative and opportunistic. Not just, this is not so bad. No, but I can make this good no matter the situation, because it can be done. And in fact, it has, and is still being done every day. That's the power we all have. That's the power that is within us. You see, within everybody is an opportunity, and within every obstacle is an opportunity. And when that obstacle comes, seize that opportunity. Whether we are having trouble getting a job, or fighting against discrimination, or running low on funds, or stuck in a bad relationship, or we are locked horns with some aggressive opponents, or we have employees or students we just can't seem to reach, or they are in the middle of creative block, all we need to know is that there is a way out. No matter what the challenge is, there is a way out. When we meet with adversity, we can turn it into an advantage or into advantage. When we have a goal, obstacles are always teaching us how to get where we want to get. Obstacles are in fact creating the path for us to success. Wow. Okay. Benjamin Franklin wrote, and he said, the things which hurt us instruct. Today, most of our obstacles are either internal or external. Instead of external enemies, we have internal tension. We have professional frustration. We have unmet expectations. We have unlearned helplessness. And we still have the same overwhelming human emotions have always had. Grief, pain, loss. Many of our problems come from having too much. Now we have rapid technological disruption. We have junk foods. We have traditions that tell us that we are supposed to live our life, how we are supposed to live our lives. In fact, we have become very soft. We have a sense of entitlement, and we are scared of conflict. You see, great times are often great softness. Abundance can be its own obstacle, and many people can attest to this. You see, what we have to do is that our generation needs an approach for overcoming obstacles and turning amidst chaos more than ever, and flipping our obstacles upside down. I want to thank you for listening, and I want to encourage you to subscribe to our channel and to like and share and make your comments. Tell us what you think, how you can, turn your obstacles, turn it around or flip it upside down. And press that button so that every time we release a new video, you will get a notification. Press the notification button, like and share and subscribe. And thank you for listening.